Alrighty then, mic check. Welcome aboard, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It is about that time again. It is Monday, and we are doing open mic night. So that means come on over here into the Discord channel chat. Let me turn this down here just a little bit. Turn down some of the fun music. Welcome to the playground. My name is Vinny Emini, and of course, we run ALGOBOX, the greatest software on the planet. Just ask me. All right, let's get into it here tonight. Slightly biased, but I can prove it. I kind of feel like I've got some proof to back that up a little bit. We've got some folks on the microphone, and if you guys are trying to figure out how to do that, I'm going to start right there real quick. Come on down here into the channel chat. Come over here into our Discord channel chat. On the left-hand side, you will see Vinny Emini Jams Live. Just click on it right there, bam. And of course, you might have to adjust your microphone settings, but if your microphone is working, come and have a chat with me. We are going to do open mic here to answer lots of questions. We got some questions there in the Ask Vinny Questions section, but first thing I would like to do is, let's see, is Curtis in here? No, he's not there. So we'll hold on that. I do want to make a special announcement to start. First of all, of course, you guys know, listen, if people cannot afford my system, if you cannot afford ALGOBOX, we want to help you out. We've got the Helping Hands program. And you can come talk to me, explain to me your situation, and we will try to do our best to help you out. Now, on the other note of that, so this is the final week. If you guys have not seen our new website, algoboxpro.com. So you guys have been used to vinnyemini.com. A lot of people have been coming over here to this website for years. But folks, it's sad, Vinny's going away. And you might have noticed, did you notice this this profile picture over here kind of fading out? You see the face over there starting to fade out, starting to fade away. So my alter ego, Vinny Emini, is going to be taking a back seat, folks, and you guys are going to get the real me. And you guys are going to find out what that means as we progress through this year. And of course, we will be still smashing when necessary. Say again. Hello? Can you guys hear me? I heard somebody on the mic there. You are live, so everybody can hear you. T. Mike, how are you, my friend? Yeah, you might have a slight delay if you are listening in on the live stream and then into the live room. There's going to be a delay there. So turn your microphone down just a little bit, T. Mike, if you wouldn't mind. You need to turn it down just a little bit. There you go. Yeah, thanks for serving me. Yeah, if he wants to talk again, we can unmute him. But yeah, a little bit difficult to do these things. But yes, we will be focused in on what's coming out here this year. And sorry, so I got a little off track there. So the ALGOBOXpro.com website is going to be different. The prices are going to be different, and this is kind of not a good thing if you really if you can't afford our system. And the system going forward, there's two things. If you are coming in on getting on the old website, you are including 3 robots, 3 fully automated robots, not just the cyborg system. That is going to be the headshot, the 2-finger salute, and the lunch bot. Now, no robots will be included in the future, so you do want to get in on this one, and we are extending it 1 more week. We are so close to having the website completed out. Special shout outs to all the folks who have been working on that hard. Shannon, Yosef, we had Matthew Owens, Curtis G, so many folks helping out, working on that, and really appreciate you guys who were doing that. So let's go over here to, here's the news site. If you guys are wanting to watch, go check through the video education section. You are going to go right here to education. And our usual libraries from the old site are still there. However, there is a new members only section that is getting filled out. So there will be a members area. I know you guys have been probably getting tired of using Discord to kind of get through the links and all that kind of stuff. Guess what? It's cool. We're going to be solving that with the members area. But there will be an additional $1,500 per year for people who do not join now. Again, this is the final call, folks. Last call. This is like last call for alcohol. You're out there at the bars having a good time. The good times are about to be over very, very soon. So yes, you can still purchase gold, and yes, you'll have lifetime access. But if you still want the additional stuff with the room, Flowmaster, AudioBox, the access to the room, the training, all that, access to me, etc., that is an additional $1,500 per year to keep yourself active member in our system. Now, we'll talk about what that means as you go forward. Just know that there will be an additional $1,500 per year if you want to be here. So you probably want to get in right now because it's the last chance. You can get in right now for $49.97 lifetime, and there we go. That's it. There's my sales pitch to you. If you guys would like to join us, it is the last chance to do so. Website is vinnyemini.com/final offer. And I'll put the link hopefully down in the description of this video if I can remember to do it. But hey, let's get to some of the more fun parts here tonight. Thanks for hanging out here with us. Thanks for taking the time to come hang. This is us here on the Open Mic Night. And I want to open up. I've got 3 groups of people I'd like to talk to tonight. Okay, we've got our 40-40-40 program. If you don't know about that, again, we have 120 days to learn our system, and we break it up into 40-40-40. So we've got folks who are in the very beginning stages. We got folks who are in the middle stage and the final. So I'm hoping tonight we get some volunteers. If this is you, if you would like to get on a call with me tonight, even if you're not maybe fully done with one section, I would like to talk to one from each section if we can get those tonight. You know, if there's people on the mic that want to come on, it's great. If not, that's okay too. We are phasing out the one-on-ones. Folks, we're getting so large, it's just nearly impossible for me to keep up with all the phone calls. I had a few more phone calls today with some folks, but I really do have to phase those out. It's taken up, I don't want to say it's taken up my time. It sounds so like, oh man, it sucks. No, it's not that. I really enjoy having the one-on-one conversations with you guys, but we're reaching this point where, you know, we're 33,000 people in here, and it's getting to be just too much for me. And I know that I can do something else with that. Is that as we answer these questions on a Monday night, I think that the same questions kind of come up over and over again. And I've done so many one-on-ones with you guys that as we phase those out, it's really not going to feel like, oh man, you're missing out on something, because you really will feel that that same level of one-on-one as we do one-on-ones here on our Monday nights. And I am planning on doing these open mic nights, you know, indefinitely. We've always had mentorship Mondays in the past when we did training, but the open mic night will be there for the 40-40-40 as well. If anybody does want to get on those and have a one-on-one call, we can do those on those Monday nights. But again, it's probably not going to be every single person, right? Because it's going to basically be me repeating myself on a lot of things, right? And I do. I say the same conversations over and over again with a lot of you guys, and it's good. It's super helpful. But hopefully, you know, some of you guys may actually need the shaking, like, you know, I need that real one-on-one thing. That's fine. They're still available to you, but we are going to try to phase them out. Everybody's not going to get them all scheduled. So, all right. So now we get some of that housekeeping out of the way. Is there anybody in their first 40 days ready to go into their second 40 days? I know we had some people that were ready to go with that earlier today, but I'm not sure if they're on the microphones. Do I have a volunteer to talk about the first 40 days to start first? Mr. Green, how are you, sir? Welcome aboard. Great to talk to you, sir. How you been? All right, so the first thing I like to start with is foundation. So as far as your computer setup, I think you changed your computer setup recently, or maybe I forget. I try to kind of keep up with everybody. Did you get a new computer setup? What's your current setup, hardware-wise?
So I have a i7, but I need to upgrade. I did set up very long keyboard as well, but yes, the CPU is the last thing.
Okay, well the main thing is the monitor, so don't miss out on the monitor, folks. So the biggest thing, TV or monitor, because again, so people keep asking me this, and I kind of thought that everybody kind of knew this, but look, everybody should know now. A TV and a monitor are the same thing. Look, if you want to know, like, well, if any, they're not exactly the same, because yes, I'll go ahead and talk to you about the technical difference. On a monitor, you are going to have some features that will work with your computer. Things like sleep mode. Like the sleep mode will sync up with your computer. If it's a TV, it may not. That's it. I mean, outside of that, they are identical. We are using them as a dummy panel. So yes, go buy yourself the most inexpensive television that you can get, slap it on your desk, and it will be awesome. Do you have a Quantum? You ready for your first as well? Okay, perfect. So we'll kind of try to hit all the questions. Again, if we don't hit a question here, we don't get through a section with it, we'll get all those questions answered. So first thing we always start with is your hardware. So those of you guys who are on your first 40 that would like to talk here tonight, please do me a favor, take a picture. Yeah, perfect. Mr. Green, look at him. He's reading my mind. This guy is a savant, all right? Mr. Green is a very smart guy. You guys also, please post your screenshots of your setups down below so that we can start from working there. Okay, so in your setup, I see the beautiful quad right there. Beautiful, beautiful. And I remember your video. He put a cool little hopping video on that. I think I posted that to my Instagram recently. Loved the lights and the sounds you got going on in there. It was awesome. So as far as your setup, you have the small account challenge layout. This is perfect. So you got 4 instruments there. And on the right, you've got your 4 tide, wave, and ripples, correct?
Yes, correct.
Beautiful. Okay. So as far as the rest of the layout, I mean, I got no qualms there. You got a solid base. You've got oh, I see you're a lefty. You got the mouse on the left-hand side. I didn't know that. That's cool.
Correct.
So roll throwing. Wait, do we have 2 lefties here? No, this is just another picture. Okay. Oh yeah, these are all yours. These are beautiful. Yeah, y'all should see his video here. It's really freaking awesome. Go check that one out. Press play on that. You're gonna like that beat. Money time. Look at that. I like that setup. Oh, he's got the wrong mouse. So we got money time having a problem right there. That's not the right mouse. Big no. Less concerned about the keyboard, but you've got to have the proper mouse to work with our system. All right, so foundation. Now let's talk about going into the next 40 days. So you have gone through, make sure that we know right now, you went through the lesson library in order and you didn't miss any of the playlists. There's some pretty long playlists in there. Should be approximately a total of about 170 videos total throughout. Tell me kind of how you went through things, and as far as taking your notes, what was your method of taking notes? Kind of give me a big picture. Let me picture how you went through as you studied.
So the method of notes was
Okay, Windows OneNote. All right, great. Did you do like a lot of like pausing video, screenshot, and then put notes around it? What was your kind of what was your primary kind of method for listening to videos and taking notes?
Yeah, so essentially, I used all your screenshots. I took screenshots from
Good.
I'm posting.
Yeah, I'm taking a peek here right now. Yeah, beautiful.
That was more or less the way it is. So essentially, taking screenshots as you are talking, as I repeat the video, and add up the information.
Perfect. Okay, so these are good notes. So as we're going through these notes, somebody had put in, Barrick, are you listening in tonight? If he is, I'll answer the question. If he's not, it would be kind of weird for me to answer the question.
Yeah, I essentially from each video, I just divided every in each video. Each video has.
Oh, okay. So every video has its own. Does that show up as like a tab on OneNote? I'm not real familiar.
Yeah, it shows on the right side, as you can see there. On the right side, there's all the list of videos.
Yeah, but I'm a little nervous. That only shows 14 videos, so I'll be honest, I'm a little nervous.
Oh no, wait. There's a lot. There's on the top. You also have more tabs.
Okay.
So all those tabs are now. So essential videos were essentially the ones that speak as introduction and tips and the main lessons, everything. Then I got the 3 videos of the computer hardware there. Then I have the videos individually for the Flowmaster, then Flowmaster strategies, which are also one of the ones that I'm gonna keep them as my own, and then the other strategies as well. As I went through, so essentially I divided my topics, and each their own sessions.
Okay. So some people are saying they're having a hard time hearing you. Are you able to speak up a little bit? I'll try to crank it up as much as I can. I've got it full blast here, and I turned off the music, but hopefully you guys can hear him okay. I know he's talking a little soft.
I'll push the micro more.
Very cool.
Closer to my mouth.
Perfect. There we go. Yeah, now I hear you great. Okay, so I just so curious. So on the non like teaching and training, because I have quite a few videos in there of like examples, right? And not really examples, but like live action, right? Whether it's in market replay or a small account challenge or executing in live stream, where those type of videos. How did you take notes on those, or did you take notes on those, or really you just kind of absorb those? How did you approach those videos?
Which ones in particular? The lessons?
So can you show me? So my only concern here. So here's what I do with everybody. Like I'm always concerned that they actually watched all the videos. Like this really is still just too short. Like there is a ton of videos. There's one playlist that has 117 videos. How did you handle that?
Oh, I've seen them all. I didn't took notes on them all.
Okay, so that's what I was asking. So you did watch them all, but some of them you just kind of absorbed, right? You didn't take notes on them. I'm asking like how you absorbed, but you did actually see them, and you just went through those live videos, kind of absorbing them and watching, correct?
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
I am right now in the middle of the small account trading challenge.
Okay,
so
gotcha.
I've seen all the ones that you have listed in the lessons by order. Then I just started now the other one.
All right, gotcha. Okay, so that's great. So we'll kind of move on to the next section. So as far okay, you're still watching through on the videos. Are you ready to go into the next set of 40 days? Because the next set of 40 days is basically we're going to pick your 3 or 4 strategies to master first, and you're literally going to execute on those in market replay and in live sim. So you're ready to go into that, or are you still working on the video stuff?
No, I feel that I am ready.
You're ready. Okay. Well, let's push you in. So give me your list of 3 or 4. What are your list of 3 or 4 strategies that you're going to have as your primaries?
So as the primaries, I will have the headshot, the cluster cross, and the double cross move. Then I also want to explore the double cross reversals with the delta flagging.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. So again, I used to tell people like to start with 3 or 4, but if everybody's different. Like you can really, if you start to understand, like kind of call it being Neo from the Matrix, when you understand how these all work together, even Delta, like Delta is so powerful. Like you could literally sit back and wait until you see a double Delta and then take the next play and then be agnostic to what that play is, whether it's a headshot, a 2-finger, a double dot, PRZ cross, multi PRZ. It really won't matter, right? If you understand that a double delta is your ready up signal, you could basically apply that. So I think it's really smart that you are ready to kind of do that. And so into the next 40 days, I think you've probably heard me say this before, but now you are going to work on market replay. Are you pretty familiar with market replay? I think you're new to this because you're an ex-ICT student. Like let's start with that first. You are relieved of your duty of ICT, and how are you feeling about that? Are you how are you feeling overall from ICT over to ALGOBOX? What's it like?
Oh, I'm cured.
You're cured.
It's like a new life. This I enjoy to do. The other one I had to push myself to.
Yeah.
So this I do it as a breeze. It's honestly when I have my days off, I sit here at 7 o'clock in the morning, fire up the market replay, and when I look at the clock, it's like 2 o'clock because I'm feeling hungry. And okay, it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I might need to go downstairs and grab something. I'm getting dizzy now. So.
Yes, yeah, you're not feeling like you're having to choke it down like listening to ICT stuff, where you're also the whole time he's always making you feel like you're gonna like, oh well, I don't know, through all this diatribe of BS I might miss something, and then he's gonna blame me for not taking the proper note, and then oh, it's gonna be the end of your life. Craziness. I don't know how people do it, man. I really don't. All right, so into the middle 40 days you go. You are going to be executing. What are we focusing on in the middle? Are we doing quantity or quality? Quantity. I just want you to click on your setup, man. This is going to be great. This is another thing about this. People really don't understand how cool it is when you are sitting at a desk that feels like and looks like this. Like you really don't understand how good this is until you do it. And so if you're in the middle of the road, you're like, well, I really didn't want to buy stuff. Listen. Go to the Walmart. Again, most people who are in the United States, a Walmart for literally $270, like with tax, I think it's like $280. You can get a 43-inch 4K television. You can buy the cheapest one there. They've got Roku on them now too. Like it's crazy. You can play TV on it if you want later. But it is such an amazing feeling to have this. And so somebody just asked earlier, Vinny, how is this different? Like I tell people, don't do the 4-screen setup. Okay, it's very simple. You have a huge bevel. Like imagine bevels being right in the middle of this. It's it's silly to have that. It really is. And I know it doesn't seem like it's much, but it really is silly. I would rather you, if you're going to have 4 monitors and you don't want to go out and buy the single, okay, and you want to have, you know, have your computers doing more, your video cards doing more work for you and breaking this all out, then put their configuration like this, please. All right, do this, okay, because then you're going to have your centering. All right, you've got a nice center channel here, and then you're looking up and left and right, and you're not having to kind of do this number with these and avoid the bevel thing in the middle. It's just, again, it's a, you're asking me why, and I'm telling you it's as simple as that right there. And no, it's not a deal breaker. You know, you can do it, all right, but I'm just, there is a relief factor, and you will find that everything that I tell you, the little small things to the big things, there are reasons, and you will understand eventually, but that's my best way to explain that to answer Barrick's question, who was asking earlier. But yeah, that setup in that workspace really does matter. So starting with that foundation, cured from the ICT stuff. All right, so that's it, man. Like, as you going into the next set, you are just executing. There's not a lot to that. As far as your screenshots, this is also the time to become king of the screenshot. Let me talk to some folks about this here for a second. What's up with screenshots? Okay, everybody's like, "Oh, what's the big deal? I don't need to do screenshots." Listen to me about screenshots. Okay. Look, this may seem trivial. You're like, "Oh, what's the deal with screenshots? Why do you need to do this?" Oh, yeah, it's probably just for me to learn. No, listen, I'm gonna talk about all the things that screenshots do. I am gonna talk about the very first one that's gonna be like, "Oh, you hadn't thought about this one first." Okay, I am increasing your clock cycles. Anybody know what that means? Who's on the microphone that knows what I mean by that? How am I increasing your clock cycles by having you do screenshots? Curtis, you want to take that one? Hello?
Well, I guess it's essentially the way the brain operates by photograph image. So the way the GIFs operate, small time frame, learn that image and with repetition, then in the long term, identify as an instinct, identifiable instinct, that once you see that image again, then you react instead of thinking.
Very good. That's a good one. Yeah, so we recognize faces. Okay, so here's a few. This one right here is a little bit tricky though. People don't get this. How am I increasing your clock cycles? This is, I will make your brain faster, because what happens is you're over there, and let's say that you and another person are trading, and you're doing simulated trading, and you're practicing, but one of you is taking screenshots and the other is not. Here's what's happening. The person who's taking screenshots, is that more of a burden or is that less of a burden because the person hasn't taken screenshots? Is that additional burden, or is that, like, is there an advantage to that with those two people?
The way we have set up the mouse, not a burden because it's click of a button.
Right, exactly. So I do.
You just click, and it automatically stores there, and then you can deal with it later.
Very good. So Mr. Green is telling all you guys you have no excuse, because he just said, listen, if you get the mouse proper and you set up the keys the way that we have them, it should not be a burden for you at all. But my question is it an extra click? Yes. So the other guy's clicking, let's say that you're doing like exactly our system, and you're doing tat, 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 okay? But after the tat, 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 you're having to also do click screenshot, right? Now, what's interesting about that is, now you may not label it right then, you may come back and label it later, but sometimes often you'll go ahead and label that as well. What ends up happening is, because you are having to do that extra cycle, yes, during sim right now, it's an extra burden. It's an extra thing you have to do. But here's what happens later, is as you get into live markets and you are not having to take screenshots, guess what your brain is doing? Your brain is now used to having to speed up and then take a screenshot. Speed up, and then take my screenshot. Oh, repeat screenshot, repeat screenshot, repeat screenshot. You're thinking that, and your brain is now at another level. Do you understand that? Like you're here taking trades, but now because you're also doing this extra thing, and I know it doesn't seem like much, but it's not just one click. It ends up being there's a couple of additional cycles that come in while you're doing that screenshot, thinking about what that just took and looking back at it, seeing where the trade was, thinking again, should I take another screenshot? That is a mental cycle. You guys need to understand, like, your brain is just like a CPU and it's going through these cycles. What happens is now when you go live and you eliminate all of this screenshot cycle, guess what happens to your trading? It's faster. This is like a baseball player, any of the baseball players in the house who you're swinging a baseball bat and before you go up to the plate, you put a donut on the end of your bat. Why do you put a donut on the end of your bat? Isn't that harder? Isn't that an extra burden? But what's the point and the purpose? Like right before you go up to bat. I mean, are you doing a workout, right? You're trying to work out before you get up to the plate? No. You know what happens when you take that donut off that bat? There's this weird mental thing that all of a sudden you've been swinging this thing and you've been doing the timing, like you're swinging it as the pitcher is throwing it down the mound, and you're timing it as the ball crosses the plate, where your buddy's up there, you know, hopefully you're not getting lit up, but he's up there and you're swinging at the same time to try to time it as well. But now you have this weird thing in your hands and your head. When you get up there to the plate, all of a sudden that baseball bat feels light as a feather. This is a very interesting part of what we're doing with those cycles by increasing the brain cycles on you. This is the donut on your bat that when you go to live, you're not going to have that screenshot there slowing you down. This is one thing. Now, let's go to the other things that are more obvious, like what you had said before, was burning that image into your brain. Picture's worth 1,000 words. We recognize faces. You want to start recognizing those setups that are working really well and reacting very, very quickly, because the whole point is to move quickly because we're playing the markets like a video game, okay? Picture worth 1,000 words as well, so you may not have to necessarily write out a whole bunch of notes. That screenshot and that picture is going to kind of tell you everything. Yes? Did somebody come on?
No, it's just me, Vinny.
What's up, Curtis?
Hey, bud.
Hey, bud. All right, so picture worth 1,000 words. Other things with our screenshots. So before and afters, man, this is so powerful. When your brain... Before and afters, this is flashcard principles. You know, I got 4 kids, and this is a big deal for them right now, is to learn via those flashcards, like showing them one thing and then knowing what the next thing is. It's like when I say peanut butter, you say jelly. When all of the little associations that we make with with ourselves. So you see a setup like this, boom, you want to react like this. You see a setup coming like this, boom, you're reacting like this. And you do that over and over again, and you are going to get that awesome repetition as well. So the screenshots, extremely important. And when you are taking those and then coming back and labeling them, you are also now becoming a teacher. I don't know if anybody's ever heard this before, but when you teach something to someone else, you teach yourself. Think about that. When you teach someone else, you ultimately end up teaching yourself. And it's not just teaching yourself, because it's like, oh, I already knew it, I don't really have to teach myself. But it's like this. When you have to formulate words in your mind of something that you understand, and you are forced to put it forward into a way that someone else will be able to absorb it, you now are translating it into your brain in such a way that it becomes extremely, extremely powerful and simple for you, because you have broken it down into its simplest form so that you can determine, so that you can give it to someone else and they can absorb it. So therefore you have absorbed it again, and it becomes a part of you. Very, very powerful to do those screenshots. I think I have a list of a couple of other things with those, but I can't think of any right now. So I'm going to leave it right there with that. Screenshots, extremely important. So for you, middle 40 days, screenshot. Now, when we get to the end and you're going live, that you don't have to be taking screenshots of that. Once you're live, look, I encourage you guys to take screenshots of your performance reports at the end of the day, where you should be doing some after analysis, but taking screenshots in the middle of the day while you're actually live trading, probably not something you're going to do, right? You guys even see me while during my small account challenge, was I taking screenshots? No, but then again, of course, I was also recording. Now, I will say, if you do want to do that, if your computer is fast enough, and I want to say if it's fast enough, and be very, very careful with this, OBS and other screen recording utilities do take up some horsepower, and you really need that horsepower devoted to your machine. So I'm not... what's the word? I'm not
imploring you.
Yeah, I'm not imploring you to record. But if you are going to record that, then you don't have to take screenshots, right? You obviously see it. But then again, rolling all the way back in the tape, it's kind of a pain as well. But you'll notice in the small account challenge, yeah, my machine was, beefy enough to handle all of that. But even sometimes, even my machine was starting to lock up on some of those days when I was recording and doing our sessions because, what we're doing, all the processes that we're doing, it's a lot of processing. So just keep that in mind. So be careful of that. But right now, during the quantity section, I cannot iterate this enough, folks. Take the screenshots, then take the time afterwards, later, to label those screenshots. Post them in the room. Here is why. Oh, I'm gonna do a whole nother one on this. You guys, you have got to, because how many times, any person who's ever struggled here, I always end up finding they do not do this first thing. Post. Everybody's like, oh, he just does that because he wants activity going on. And folks, I do not care. If our room was completely silent, I don't care. Okay, it's no skin off of my back, but I will tell you that for your own self, how are you going to get feedback? You're sitting in your silo over there. Do you really just think that you're so good? Like the market is full of people like me and other quants and robots and all these guys out there absolutely crushing it. Salivating at the mouth to get your money out of your wallet, and you just think that you've just got it because you watched one of my videos and everything's going to be perfect. I can't tell you how many times people are zoomed in properly. One of the biggest issues, zoom levels, wrong algos on a chart, colorings. Profile still on machines. The regulator. There are so many things that I find on you guys' charts and things, but I can't see them if you don't post them. Now, it's not just me, because posting them into the room, someone else can also have the opportunity to correct you on what you're doing, right? It's important to do it. Please do it. Put yourself up to it. Remember, we're doing this like a business. This is not like, oh, well, it's some little side thing that you're doing. If you want to approach this like a business, then you want to do it like this. Extremely important. Post to the room so that we can see it. It comes down to eyeballs. Who else is going to look at your stuff to check your work? Now you might want to think, well, I came into this business so I didn't have to answer to nobody. No. Okay, well, you want to be the manager? Well, that's great. Let me tell you what a manager does, right? There is one useful thing. I don't know, there's probably some others, but you guys know me and my whole project manager deals. Like I can't stand most project managers. Most of them are idiots, but and they just want to steal people's ideas and they can't code and they end up trying to pretend like they can, and it's just really annoying. And they always downplay everything that you're doing. It's like, oh, well, all you got to do is just slap some code together and right? Can't stand it. All right, but the managers put pressure. This is the one thing that is good about them. The pressure. Okay, pressure makes diamonds. Now, somebody said the other day, well, pressure also bursts pipes, Vinny. Well, yes, if you're hollow inside like ICT, then yes, the pressure that I bring on you will crush you, right? And it will cause you to explode. That's correct. But the kind of pressure that we're going to apply is creating diamonds here, okay? The pressure to perform, show it off in front of people. Yeah, you're like, oh man, I don't want people to see my stuff. Look, do it, okay? Even if you're messing up, like what am I doing with this trade? What happened here? Well, people are going to be like, well, wait a minute, you're on the wrong time frame. I'll give an example from the other day. One of our great members, Taylor, he's crushing it, putting a lot of screenshots and things like this, but then I see him on the ones. Okay, well, he should already know, and maybe he didn't, but look, now is my opportunity to correct him because he's trading down on the ones. That's very, very dangerous. If you're going to trade on the ones, then you have to adjust your ATM. And a lot of people, if you don't make that adjustment, you're going to be hosed. Now, the ones are only supposed to be for ES. So if I start seeing him showing screenshots of RTY and he's got ALGOBOX ones that he's entering in on, I can now say something to help him issue that correction, right? So anyway, these are just points, and here we go. All right, any questions around that? All right, that's your job, bro. Lots of screenshots from you as we go into the middle 40 days. Less so in the final 40 days. In the final 40 days, you kind of start to get to chill, although it gets more fun. You'll be in your final 40 days, and you'll be like, you're so good at taking screenshots because you did it in the proper way during your middle 40 days that you're going to want to. And absolutely. In fact, folks, if you can take screenshots while you're trading live, if you are just some Billy Badass, and you can also post screenshots while you're trading live, please, by all means, absolutely do it. It is just one little click over on your mouse. This mouse is so ergonomic and perfect. Like, yeah, you can slip your finger over and press that screenshot. And don't forget, we have repeat, right? A lot of people think you have to do this all the time. You're like, okay, well, I gotta Control Shift S, and now I gotta drag over on my screen and do this right here.
I was speaking about repeat button.
Yeah, the repeat button, exactly. See, and
amazing. Click and forget.
Just click it. Exactly, exactly. Now, the first time, like, let's say you shift instrument, right? You've been clicking on NASDAQ all day, but all of a sudden you're going to take an ES trade. Sure, first time you got to go over there and redrag, right? Reset your win, but then just repeat while you're going through that trade. And then you can create those awesome giffies. I mean, those GIFs are so powerful. I mean, you can't deny how powerful those GIFs are. We've got, I could scroll, well, let's hope I can find one real quick, but the GIF images where they're moving in place, so powerful, right?
Scroll down.
Scroll down?
A little bit. I posted a few GIFs there.
Oh, here we go. Are these from yours? Oh, sweet. Hold on, here we go. Check it out. Let's check this one out. Here we got a double cross headshot. Power dot, nice. Turning into, let's see, what is this one? Oh, double cross, double move because the blue dot broke. And McAfee is red. Very nice, and he crushed it. Beautiful. Yes, okay, well, it looks like you're a pro at this, so I don't need to tell you what's up. This is great. Double dot, that is a perfect double dot. It landed on large timing. He's pushing up. We got double dot on the left side. It's pushing into the PRZ. That is a beautiful trade. You do have to take some off right there because we got a red dot. Came in, popped the blue dot. Did you add to it? I hope you added to that position right there. And very nice. Very nice play there. Yeah, I love it. Now, sometimes as the screenshots pop around, it's hard to follow sometimes. But man, these are perfect, and you remember what that trade was. That's what you need. Okay, so that's it, man. Welcome to the middle 40 days. Can't wait to see all your screenshots and things. I don't see anything to correct right now. Everything. I mean, this actually looks like my screen. Like, if I look at this, I'm like, oh, this looks like something I took, which is a good thing, by the way. Like, this is you're set up properly. Your zoom levels are correct, and yeah, this looks just like my small account challenge. Beautiful, beautiful stuff, sir.
I think.
Excellent, excellent. Welcome to the crew from the ICT. He has been relieved of the ICT. That's amazing. So let me talk real quick here. I want to hit on some of you guys with hardware because I see everybody posting their hardware, which is awesome. Man, are those screenshots? Are those pictures? Wow, he's covered his wall. He's got wallpaper. His flashcards are covering the walls. I love this. Wow, that's awesome. Totally digging that. FG, nice, very nice. About your hardware, folks, everybody. So people starting to have problems. You're like, okay, well, my performance is I don't mean performance, not trading performance. I'm talking about speed. Your computer feels like it's slow. Okay, those of you guys who are having slow computer problems, please, for the love, two things. In fact, I need to add this. Okay, type in ! performance in the room. I can't tell you how many of you guys, I tell you, go do this, go watch this video, do everything in the video. It's not optional. Okay, I had a guy today. Okay, I'm gonna beat him up a little bit. He says, well, it was fine, it was working, my computer was working great, and then all of a sudden, about 6 months, it starts to slow down. What would cause it to slow down? And I've done everything in the video. I'm like, everybody's like, did you do the performance video? Oh yeah, no, I did everything in the video. I did da-da-da-da-da. I'm like, you know what I said? I said, get me on your computer. Listen to me. If you ever hear me say, give me TeamViewer, let me get on your computer. If I have to say that to get on your computer, it's not gonna be a good day for you, you understand? Because I have done all the work and put it into video format, and I expect you to be a big boys and big girls and go onto your computer and fix the things, all right? Or go pay somebody to get over there because well, I'm not very good with computers, Vinny. I don't care. It is not my job. It is not Curtis's job. It is not Kevin's job to get on your computer and fix your normal computer stuff, understand? If your antivirus ain't working, your OneDrive ain't working, I don't care. You understand? That's not our problem. We do solve it for you, though, in a video. You go and find the video, and you do the things. I'll make myself clear. Okay, now We'll use another example from today. He's like, no, I did everything in there. And what did I do? I got on his computer. How many things were not right? His zoom level on his machine wasn't right. OneDrive. Now, OneDrive looked like he had uninstalled. I don't know what was going on with that. There was like the executable was still there or something, but in the control panel, it was something he should have gone and already tried to check, like, well, why is OneDrive still sitting there showing that it's there? It was not an actual issue, so I'm gonna say that was not. But the number one thing, the CPU power levels. I don't know why this is a thing. It's 2021. People don't know what this is. Okay? He wasn't set to the highest. Okay? Then, even when he set to the highest, something was up. He has a 10900K, which is a very fast computer. Should be running approximately at 5.2 gigahertz. Okay? But he was running at like 4.2, 4.3. Terrible. Okay? Something was going on. Yes, I don't know what it was. I can't tell you what it was, but this should be glaring at you. And yes, I tell you in this video how to go and set XMP and set boost mode on in your most people's BIOS, but I can't do this for every single person. You need to go and check those. Check with your, go call up your computer people and say, hey, the CPU is not fast enough. But don't come over here and be like, what's wrong with my ALGOBOX? Oh, I'm resetting NinjaTrader every day. When it's literally your computer. It's your computer. Fix the computer. All right, turn off your antivirus, all that normal stuff, all the normal stuff, folks. Please go and watch the video, okay? Then he's using Discord. Now, I don't mean Discord like, okay, our room is Discord, but he's using the Discord app. What does that tell you? I literally tell you in lesson 6, I'm like, do not use the Discord app. I told you, use the browser. Why? Lots of reasons, right? Everything from tabs to performance to copy pasting screenshots that don't work in the app. Zoom level, you can't zoom in and zoom out on the app. All these things, I'm telling you, don't do it. He's like, I did everything in the videos, Vinny, everything. No, you didn't. All you guys, every single one of you is guilty. So I'm not just beating up C-less, all right? Some of you guys, what's the deal? Watch the video, do what's in the video. This is not hard. Now, some of this is on me. I'm gonna take some responsibility. I am going to. Curtis, you still on the line? So, one of the things that I will be doing as we come into the new website, okay?
Yes, sir.
There will be sections on performance from here on out, okay? I am gonna have these divided out so you have no excuse, all right? We're gonna do down a web page, so that's on me, all right? And yeah, some of it's, like, well, going back to watch a video, go and find that video. Look, they're all gonna be here, okay? We're gonna set this up, so this will be in the new year. These things will be like, look, okay, I told you to go back and watch video 1 and 2, and then there's lesson 6 that we're talking about. They'll all be sitting right there. So hopefully we can just send you to these, but it will be your responsibility to do that. But please, if you think you did the video, just do me a favor. Double check, go through the video, please, one more time, before you call us up and have us get on your computer, all right? Yes, I have considered we may have to start charging. Now, the point of the charging is not to make money, it is to deter you. Curtis, you got me on this, okay? This year, we are probably going to start charging, I don't know, $199 to let you guys get on their computers. If you guys have to remote into their computer, I think we're going to start charging $199. Now, some people will be like, oh, that's fine, I'll pay $199. I'll probably have to pay that to my computer guy anyway. But the other people who are just like lazy and just like, oh, I'm just going to ask my question, like, this is to hopefully deter you guys, all right? I don't know. It's just a thought I was thinking of because, like, again, we're having to field too many of these like questions that are just already answered in the very simple videos on computer hardware stuff. Now, again, if it's NinjaTrader related, if it's ALGOBOX related, yes, we of course are going to help you out and get all that done. But, if we're talking about performance issues and whatnot, and there's something wrong with your machine, and again, we don't mind coming in, checking on it. But look, if we find one of our usual things, I don't know how we're going to deal with that. Be like, okay, yeah, I found this and that. All right, it's $199, right? Hopefully we're getting on your computer and it's something else, not one of our usual things, because if it is, I don't know. We got to do something. We got to make it, we have to make a punishment of something. Or I don't know what, maybe we'll do a wall of shame. We'll put you on the wall of shame. I don't want to charge you guys, honestly. We'll do like, the wall of shame. Exactly, John. He heard me. He's feeling me. Yeah, we'll do the wall of shame, because just a little embarrassment just to like, all right, yeah, it was the same old thing. But then that helps other people to realize, hey, it was just a small thing again. But it is on us. We will put it on the website. The new website will have very, frequently asked questions. Sometimes the things I don't like about frequently asked questions are they're usually overloaded, right? Everybody hates frequently asked questions because they're not really organized well. So we're going to make sure we don't do that either. Okay. All right, so I'm babbling on and on about things, but I do want you guys to get your computers working. If it's not, like, you will have a problem if your base is not solid. Okay, and that is one of those things. Okay, next? I wanted to get into let's see, we covered that. All right. Who is on the middle 40 days? Do we have somebody going into, I'm sorry, going into the final 40 days on the line with us here tonight? Yes. Who's that? Is that Money Time? Money Time. How are you, my friend? So I know you said are you okay talking? I know you said you had some mouth surgery recently. Everything's good though?
Well, keyword.
I hear you. Well, let me do most of the talking then. So as you go into the middle 40 days, I saw your screenshot, your picture. So yours is a 3.
So I posted a recent one. Yeah, that's the try to mimic. So I have to correct the ES to.
Oh yes, hold on. Let's back up to that. So there is another video. You need to go and watch the updates and changes. So let me show you guys. Let's teach everybody here real quick how to search for our stuff. Does everybody know about this magnifying glass? I know it's not super common to know about, but on a YouTube channel, there's a little looking glass looking thing right here to search on the actual channel. So instead of searching all of YouTube, this will search just stuff on my channel, okay? So right here, I'm gonna type updates and changes, okay? There's an updates and changes video. This one right here. There is one of the bullet lists on this. I'll push it forward. Here it is. Deprecated algos list, performance gains right here. Okay, important to hit on this one. These are the updates of things like stuff that you can take off of your chart, things that are no longer being used, things that are like left over from wedges and things that we used to have to draw by hand. Now some things are drawn, you know, drawn for you, stuff like that. So you want to go through this video. I'm going to add this to the performance list, and these are things that we are going to organize better. And I am going to start breaking these things down instead of being buried in an hour-long video, because I know some of you know, some of the stuff I put a whole bunch of things together in one video. I am going to break those out. There'll be like a 1 or 2 minute video on just stuff. Curtis is going to help me out with that. We are going to just be doing, okay, here's how to do this. 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 And it's unfortunate. I was trying to like reduce the numbers of videos overall, but we're stuck here, and I've had, you know, we've got too many things where people always want to know one-offs. So we're just going to go create a bunch of videos like that. But yeah, as far as your setup goes, let's see. The mouse, what's up, dude? Why do you not have the mouse?
I know, I messed up. So
okay.
I was just so hyped and geeked up. I remember 5G, 5.0.
Okay. Well, let me ask this. So here's my here's my concern. I'm going to tell you I'm concerned right now, because you have been using that mouse for the last 40 days. Clicking on that mouse. Okay? Like,
yes.
You've missed out on a lot of practice clicking. You understand? Like a lot.
Yes.
Okay, and I think you were saying that you were working with Mark Cox and you guys were doing like some side market replay stuff. So tell me how that went. What were y'all doing? What was your play? Did that end up working out for you? How did y'all work that?
It worked out. The purpose of one this military day quantity clicking, taking everything. So we was just
Oh no, I thought you said it didn't record. Last time I saw it didn't record or something. Did you do another one where it did work?
Yeah, I did another one.
Oh, great. No, I'll take a look after our video tonight before I go to bed. I'm going to check it out because I'm actually curious how you guys work together to do that. Because I mean, look, if you come up with a great way to do it, great. I do usually get concerned. People tend to teach each other wrong things. You know, bless his heart. Okay, let's talk about who Mark Cox is real quick. So Mark Cox, trading. Is he investing? I think he's investing. What he said. Mark Cox investing. There he is. Yeah. So, but I'm looking on his YouTube. So he's got a YouTube. He's done some videos, honest review of our stuff. He did do some teaching of some of our things. But look, in his first couple of videos, I mean, he taught wrong things. I mean, and this is what I mean by like. you can be taught wrong. You can be sitting there and our stuff like can be pretty intuitive, but it's also, if you don't get it right, it can really put you on the wrong track. So I'm a little bit concerned when you guys start teaching each other, because you tend to, I have found that people who kind of come in here together end up like destroying each other. So just a note, I think I beat that dead horse. I know I explained that to you before. And again, I'll put it out there. I'm always willing to try, okay? But listen, I have yet to be proven wrong in hardly anything, all right? I don't think it's going to be helpful for you guys to be sitting there, like you even said, brainstorm. Like brainstorm on what? Like give an example.
Yeah, well, right.
Well, there is that, but also, look, are you going to be trading with each other live? See, here's the problem. Like when you're creating a crutch, here's what happens. Okay, you're creating a crutch. If it's a crutch, because first of all, it's not even a crutch, because a crutch is supposed to help you. It's literally creating a dependency is what it's doing. Okay, and you're probably going to get bad information. Okay, it's not even a good crutch. But even if it was a good crutch, well, now you're not going to have it when you're live. 2, you still don't have the mouse. So here's my thing with you and Mark both, like, you guys still think, you guys, I get it, we're all adults, and you guys think, well, you know, I'm not used to being told what to do, except for my wife. My wife tells me I'm a P word. Okay, I get it. But Vinny is telling you you're a P word right now. Why? There is no reason. That mouse is so cheap. I'm going to buy you one tonight, okay? There is no excuse. You're going to send me your address. I'm going to send you one of these mice, and you're going to do it. The problem is you've already gone and you've practiced for so long with the wrong mouse. This is like shooting, you're like, oh, you know, I've been shooting with a 45 caliber pistol, okay? And I'm like, yeah, but when you're in real life, you're gonna have to shoot with a 9mm. Oh, it's the same, it's a pistol, and no. Those guns do not kick the same. They do not hit the same. There are things that are gonna be different. Or shooting with a sniper rifle when you're supposed to be shooting with a P90. They are not the same. This is not a proper instrument to be using for our system. I don't know why people like you who are in the United States, now there are people outside the United States who, like, they can't even get a G300S, okay? Those situations, I tend to try to figure out a way to get one, or they'll eBay off to somewhere to get it. But I have no idea why people in the United States of America, it's on Amazon, it is on Best Buy, it is on all these websites. It is a very popular mouse. Get the dang mouse. Can you explain to me why it is you don't have the mouse? And by the way, I'm not just beating you up, because I'm beating up everybody. Anybody else who thinks, well, no, I like my mouse better. I'm telling you right now. Okay, good. Well, that's fine, but you know it was wrong, so order it, right? 3 days later, it's going to be at your house, right? But you went 40 days, bro?
No, I get it.
Woo! Okay, well, get it. But I'm worried, like, you got a 40 days of clicking that kind of went down the drain. And this is by the way, this is a very different mouse. Like this mouse, I know that one. I have this one. I own every effing mouse there is. You guys know that? Have you guys seen, if I've shown you guys my mouse closet, I'm about to pull it out one day just for fun. That right there is a very fat, it's a very fat mouse. It has a large hump on it, and you cannot use finger pinpoint dexterity with that mouse. I know, I've tried it. Okay. So, okay, so we'll fix the mouse. Cool, we'll fix the mouse. So now you're going into the, so the other thing, you guys, you and Mark, you were sending each other back and forth stuff, but let's look at this. Let's see how many screenshots you've posted into our room. All right, so we got the beautiful pictures of your setup. So, and then after that, the last thing was on December the 3rd. So a month ago, and that was in technical support asking about some stuff. And here's November, and let's go next. Let's look, not any screenshots. There's asking a question about an indicator. Here we go. Here's a screenshot. All right, 11:30 GC. Got a gold trade, and what's another thing, folks? All right, who sees the problem in that screenshot right there? Somebody else correct him, because he's getting tired of hearing me correcting him.
I'm not corrected.
There's a cannon fella showing.
Mm-hmm. And what else?
It's not great.
It's not the right color. He's got this gray right here. Listen, I am worried about you. I'm going to tell you something. You are fucked right now. Pardon my French, but literally you have a mental problem. Listen to me. I'm telling you right now. You have an issue. You have an authority problem. I don't know what your problem is. You don't like to listen to me. You don't like to listen to people. I don't know what it is, but these are very simple things I tell you to do. And there are reasons for it so that you can succeed. And again, I'm not saying this because I'm like, oh, I'm going to get all over you. Listen, I'm concerned for you. You are going to get wrecked. I can tell, because if you can't do little small things, here's a Bible passage for you since I followed up with a curse word. Okay, I'm going to reverse the curse and I'm going to give you a verse. All right, so the verse says, if you cannot be faithful in the small things, you will also not be faithful in much, and vice versa. The problem here is these are small things and you are not doing even the small things well. You are going to break. Do you understand? Or, now that I say that, now that I pointed it out, what I want you to do is, in the point of using satire, the point of making fun of something in satire is in order to correct it and change it, right? Now, so I hope you remember this lesson here tonight. I would like you to change a few things. Number one, go and change your simulated color to the same color as live so that you don't feel like you are wearing flipper safety wings while you're floating in the pool, okay? And then you panic the day that you flip this. I don't want that to happen. I talked about this in the last video. Maybe you already corrected it since then. Please tell me after last video last week that you've already changed this color, correct? No, you're not paying attention to that. Okay, now you can say you're not paying attention, but again, this is in a video and I literally say it in about the same tone I say right now. Like, do this, do not do this. And it's not just one video. I've done this in multiple videos. So I'm concerned that, did you watch the videos in the very beginning? You understand, like, do you understand like how I'm very concerned for you that I don't know if you even watched the videos or not because you're too busy farting around with Mark Cox. Do you understand? And I literally said, as you guys came in the door, do you understand? I literally, I predicted this, that you guys would bury each other. Now, I am going to help you to help yourself. I would do a reset if I were you, and I would go back one set of 40 days and start doing this crap right. Or just sign up for my fail list, but do not come back and tell me that I failed you as a mentor, or that my system doesn't work because you failed with it. You understand? Because you are not doing what is necessary. You cool?
Yes, sir.
All right, so tell me what we're going to do about this. How are we going to fix this? Okay, and we're going to get a mouse, one, and then, beautiful, two, we're going to change colors. Let's see, I think what's interesting is in this picture, maybe this was already live. I'm not sure. You were asking questions about this one.
No. Well,
Okay.
Like I got like.
Okay.
That's no excuse.
Okay, that's okay. Again, I'm just concerned for you, and I'm looking at all of them.
Hey, I got tough. Between.
Beautiful, beautiful.
You say go back. You go say go back.
Okay, so here's what I'd like to also see, though. I need more screenshots, buddy, from you, because again, I would have caught these things before if I had seen screenshots. I'm gonna encourage you, instead of I love Mark Cox. Okay, you guys awesome, right? But you guys cannot be playing together. All right, this is like I'm taking you guys off the playground together. Okay, cool. You guys come over here and participate in our room. And by the way, y'all can still high-five each other in our room. There's nothing wrong. Like, hey, what's up, dude? Play in our gym. All right, but our gym, you guys are not doing each other justice. He should have already beat your ass. Okay, here's my problem. Like, you guys are supposed to help each other follow what Vinny says to do. And you're sitting there, how is the guy going to watch your screen, sitting there playing with a gigantic bright gray sim color and not call you out for that, right? This is what a friend should be doing, right? You want the friend who's going to tell you, fix your stuff. All right. Sorry, I'm not going to beat that dead horse anymore. But I need more screenshots of your setups and your trades for the next, again, I would go back for 40 days. And let's start again. At least 30 days, put in 1 month, right? Today is the 10th. So come back February 10th and let's do it again. We good with that? All right. Let's see. Beautiful. Awesome. I love it. I love it. Well, let me open the floor to you. Do you have any specific questions on kind of, I will say again, the positive stuff, man, your setup is great. This is an amazing setup. It looks beautiful. This is very, very easy to see. You flip these properly. You've got perfect visibility here. Fix that mouse, take some screenshots. I will say something else, like you've got the zoom levels. I can tell, even though I don't have a screenshot of this, the zoom levels here on some of these charts are not right. You also, your moons are, oh, okay, okay. Well, see, these are the only screenshots I have to go off of. This is what I mean. Like, I should have more screenshots than this. I'm literally grabbing the most recent stuff and I'm going, I mean, your moons are in front and hopefully you fix some of that. So yeah, so let's get some updated stuff. That way our next conversation is a little bit, you know, more productive and less of me beating you up. Oh, actually, okay, this looks better. This looks better here. But I literally think you have these reversed. Like, you got the 5s on the bottom and the 1s on the top or something going on here.
And then when I got a new template, the white circles came, which that's supposed to be on top, and the cross at the bottom.
Yeah, so these are flipped, right? And if I had seen this screenshot in the room, somebody would have already corrected you. You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm trying to help you out with, is all.
Hey, come on.
Good, good.
I'm not kidding.
That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I'm not worried about you handling it, but I am worried about me handling it. So let me come back to here. Here's my thing with myself. I'm tired. I'll tell everybody. I'm tired. All right. I'm tired. I take a lot of calls with folks. I wish I didn't have to, you know, take these calls so long to do this kind of stuff. Simultaneously, I've got, you know, people like ICT threatening my family, and I'm having to deal with police and FBI and all the things that I'm, you know, dealing with personal stuff because of what we're doing here. And again, some of this stuff will pass. It's not like I'm going to do this all the time. But, you know, things like this, it'll be more productive for me if you guys will do it the way that I asked. So just post the screenshots, and then you can get some corrective feedback there in the room. And, you know, these calls will be more, will be nicer. You know, I don't like being a mean guy. Everybody's like, oh, Vinny's so mean. I actually like to be a nice guy. I used to be voted most friendly in high school, which is crazy to me, right? Like, y'all think Vinny's the biggest a-hole I've ever met. Love you, brother. Love you, man. Any questions? I'll open the floor to questions for you. Any questions before I let you get to it?
I mean, question. I gotta go back. I had questions.
Well, I mean, still ask your questions. What kind of questions do you have?
Well, I was doing the mid 40. Exactly what you said. You know, do the clicking, things of that nature. It's not much of a question. It's more of what I've learned.
Okay. Yeah, tell me.
By each 40 days. So basically, for example, I take like a red dot on a green harmonic, and everything else is green, and the harmonic still went upward, right? Stuff like that. But then when I went back and I looked at the screenshot with the harmonic dot, I learned that, you know, I have to make sure that algorithmic bars, the MACD, and it, depending on the time, timing is all in the flow. Plus, I learned that you're right, RTY and NASDAQ is the correct ones to trade, because I was scared of NASDAQ. I was getting my butt kicked, NASDAQ, but I got better.
There you go. Oh, I love to hear that. Listen, folks, listen to him. I'm so tired of people like throwing away NASDAQ. Like, oh man, they got beat a couple times. All of a sudden they're like, oh, I'm not going to do that. No, folks, get it.
I was cussing. Then I was going to quit. And then now when it moves fast, everything else, I got my incorrect mouse.
We'll fix that. It's easy.
As soon as I see a green dot, bam, I'm out in 2 seconds.
Okay.
So, yes.
Yeah, it takes forever. Takes forever. There's a balance, you know. There's definitely a balance, and I'm gonna do some videos on exactly that. By the way, it's gonna be literally talking about how to avoid hard days and telling you how to feel out the market and pick your instrument based on what you feel in that morning session, and that's gonna be helpful to you. Yeah.
Videos. Video.
That's great. That's great. Yeah, and I don't know if you have to really go through all the videos again. I mean, I don't know what. See, this is the hard part for me. I don't know what you don't know right now because I have seen nothing from you. Maybe I could normally I could ask Mark Cox, and hopefully if Mark Cox is already know. But Mark Cox talked to me on the phone the other day, and he said he actually apologized for his first 2 videos. Okay, he literally said, "Vinny, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that I watched this other video," and but now he did his 4th video, and the 4th video was awesome. He's like, "Oh man, I got to use this stuff together and trade nothing alone and da 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 da." And I don't mean don't trade alone, because you guys are like, "Oh, don't." Vinny said, "Don't trade alone." I said, "No, don't trade anything alone. Don't. No, you're not going to trade with a friend." All right. So, yeah. Yeah, it's true.
Because I do pay attention. So for today, I got in before 1,500. I hit both. I did. Yes. I did. Actually, I lose.
$8 grand today, man, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. This is how you fail forward. Is that? I think they call that failing forward. He sucks, and he made 8K today, folks. That's great.
I made
32,000 in a single day. Holy mamma jamma.
That's why.
There we go. There we go. Yeah, man. Let's turn it the 20K to 50K. Let's turn the 50K to 100K. Let's do this. New mouse. Turn to sim color. Right? Yes. And screenshot Mamma Jamma for the next 40 days, please. I want to see you screenshotting like crazy. I want to see those $32,000 days. I want to see your $40,000 days. I want to see all that stuff in our room so we can give you some feedback, so we can also flip your chart so that you're not upside down, that your zoom levels are proper. Because I think when you see the zoom levels better too, I can only see it getting better for you. So there's no way it's going to, get worse. Well, it's actually the opposite. It would be, yes, I actually want you to fit more in your screens. You've got it squished. I call it being squishy, and your margins on the top and the bottom are jacked up. You have default margins. You're not using my margins. The margins at the top should be much smaller, so you're not squeezing that in, and I'll show you how to do that. You either need to apply my template, or I'll show you at the top. Just right-click your chart and go to top margin, bottom margin, and just make it a smaller number than where you're currently at. It's very simple. Yeah, and also make sure you post it to public rooms. I know a lot of people are sending me DMs. I can't get to all the DMs, folks. I literally get so many DMs because there's a lot of folks that are in here, and will not post it to public because somebody else, give them a chance to respond, right? And by the way, when our members are also reacting to your stuff, they get an opportunity to teach, which also teaches themselves and teaches others. So everything done in public, even if I respond to you, I'd prefer to reply to everyone in public. Everybody good with that? Very good, very good. Oh, look at Taylor throwing down a diamond dot headshot with a power shot. That's a beast. That's a beauty. All right, my friend. Well, I'm looking forward to your continued success and your maybe less failing forward, but hey, man, keep going forward. Let's do it. Awesome, brother. All right, man, we'll talk soon. I'll let you get at it. See ya! All right, so the final section here, because we just crossed the hour mark here tonight, and we will wrap this up. I'm going to open up the floor to questions here in about 2 minutes, but I want to talk about you if you are in the final days before you go live. I'm going to talk to the folks right before you go live. So we already know about the 40-40-40, okay? But in the very final 2 weeks, right down here, this is key. Okay, we've talked about this before. I want you to do the small account challenge. Okay, now I don't mean you do the small account challenge. Okay, but what I mean is in your final 2 weeks or 1 week, at least do 1 week, but potentially 2. Okay, so this would be 10 trading days. I would like you to trade with me. Now, how are you going to trade with me? Obviously, I can't, hand trade with everybody. But what we can do is do the small account challenge together because NinjaTrader allows us to do market replay. It's a beautiful thing, okay? I want you to figure out what is your account size. Okay, so if you're starting with a $2,500 account, then you need to start at the very beginning of my small account challenge against Ross Cameron and Warrior Trading, okay? If you are starting with a 25,000, okay, 25, move that comma over, add a 0. If you are a 25K, then you need to start on like week, I think I got like maybe week 3 or 4 of my small account challenge. And I want you to start on that week 4. And I want you to trade side by side with me, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 4, 5. I want you to trade with me for 2 weeks of time. Okay, so I want you to basically take the exact same trades that I'm taking. I want you to hear what I'm saying. I want you to hear my thought process. I want you to hear me waiting on large and king timing. I want you to hear me talking about, oh, no, this position's out. I want you to catch all those things that I do, and I want them to finally ingrain in you right before you go live. Now, to download the market replay, we now have these available to you in the Discord channel chat. What I mean by this is to go to Market Replay, and I want you to download a bunch of data. Now, you know how Market Replay goes. You should already know how to do this day in, from 1 day at a time. There are other ways you can use Market Replay downloader. Is it marketreplaydata.com? I forget the URL. In the room, it'll be in there. It's marketreplay.downloader.com, I believe. But and you can download lots of days. However, right over here on the left-hand side, Curtis, are you there? I don't know if he's there or not, but so yeah, I encourage everyone to save yourself. Do what I tell you to do, exactly what I tell you to do, not what you think I tell you to do. So this will be moved soon, but as of right now, Curtis has this in an active thread called the SAC Replay Data thread. This will be moved. I asked him to put it into a room, not a thread. Some people don't know, and maybe Curtis doesn't know either, but threads disappear after, I forget if they default out by 30 days or 90 days, but these will disappear. So obviously we don't want that to happen. So please, Curtis, when you see this later and you're done.
Oh, I'm here.
Okay.
I heard, and I do have a down in the technical support room. There's just nothing in there at the current moment. I just dumped the Google Drive information there for new.
Okay, so you're moving it over and you got it in the room now? All right, let's go down here. So
the other reason is the tutorial video for it. I just sent that over to you.
Okay. All right. Here we go. All right. Beautiful. All right. Thank you for doing that, sir. Okay. So now, folks, if anybody's looking for this, under the tech support section on the left-hand side of Discord, right down here, there is the SAC replay data. Now, you'll be able to download all of it in one download instead of having to do 1 day and 1 day and 1 day and 1 day. You can download the whole small account challenge, all of it. right there. Bam, one download, and then you drop in the folder. Now, Curtis said he's also put a video. Did you made the actual video already? No, not yet. Okay, it's not ready yet.
No. I made the video. I just sent it over for you.
Oh, for me to verify first? Okay, cool. So by tomorrow, folks, if you guys are checking this out, you'll have a video walkthrough of how to use it, but you just need to make sure the main thing is that you get it in the proper folder. Yeah, try to draw. Here's my Windows folder right here. Needs to go into the proper folder. It basically is as simple as that, right? Download, it's going to be a zip file. You're going to need to unzip all that into a particular folder, and I'm sure Curtis did a great job in putting this into a video for you that will walk you through how to do that. Now, once you do that, you literally just go up to your normal market replay data, select the date that you want to start with. You will get that. I think we'll put the dates in here as well into this, Curtis. Like we'll kind of make a calendar. I'm picturing
I'll
like
make a calendar that shows what date range it includes.
There we go. Yeah, that'll be perfect. That'll be perfect. And so it shows me, I think I started July the 5th, correct? I think that was where I started, but
Yes.
yeah, I think that's it. So July 5th, and maybe like kind of highlight like all the different weeks. I don't remember what the end of that was, but it was approximately 3 months of time. So go and download those, and you'll have those, and then switch to whatever day you want to go and play back with me. If you want to practice Wednesdays, if you're like, man, like I don't do well on Wednesdays for some reason. It's crude oil inventories, it's the housing numbers, and we got FOMC those days. I really want to practice those Wednesdays. Okay, do a few Wednesdays with me, right? It for 3 months or 3 times 4 is 12. There's 12 Wednesdays in there, so go play the Wednesdays with me. But do spend some time trading side by side with me through the small account challenge, or do the whole thing. Do the whole small account challenge with me. It'll take a little bit longer, but then again, because, well, no, it doesn't, because you can do multiple days at a time, and really I'm only doing 1 hour at a time. So let's see, if you had a, let's say you did 4 hours a day. 4 hours, 4 over 3 times, that's 30, 90. So you're looking at, maybe you could complete it in about half a month if you really pushed it, maybe 2 weeks. It'd be hard to get it all in. It'd be a little bit more, maybe 3 weeks. 3 weeks of time, you could do the entire 3 months in there, yeah, I think. But anyhow, practice that before you go live. All right, open it up for questions. I'm gonna go over to the Ask Vinny question section just in case it comes a dud. Anybody on the microphone that came to talk with me with questions?
Yes,
All right, how about we go with the little lady first this night? I heard Shannon, is that you?
Yes, it's me. Thank
Shannon,
you.
how you doing, my friend?
Hey, good. Brief. I just have, so this kind of makes sense. I was in Mr. Money Time. I was in that seat like 40 days ago. I wasn't posting enough. My setup was super messed up, and a lot of that's fixed. So I've redone the middle. Planning to move into the next 40, which you just explained perfectly. I have a question, which is that I'm having a baby in like 3 weeks, 4 weeks.
Oh man, that's awesome! Congrats, that's so cool.
I know. I want to make. So.
Yes! you need a red one, a green one, and a blue one. Let's go.
I have 3 kids, so I got one for every.
Oh, this is perfect.
But I wanted to see. All right, because I've heard it in your video. Start, if we really are, we want to make a little. Love to be able to make a little bit of diaper money.
Yeah.
Can I do a little bit of trading on my live while I'm going through the final 40 days, utilizing what I've learned in the second 40, which is to trade profitable, but I'm not making multiple $1,000 days.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of that's conservatism and some fear stuff.
Yeah. And did you happen to get to watch the fear video on Saturday?
No, but I haven't looked.
Okay, so I think that's going to help you, because I think it's going to talk straight to yourself and others that have that. It's okay, it's normal, but I tell you in that video, and there's a 13 video series of ones that I tell you to go back and watch. But this setup is awesome. I think that's going to help you out immensely. This is one of your major problems. Major freaking problems. You had the worst setup of all time. Like, I literally, y'all, her stuff was so bad, I literally said, we're done. I'm sending you a monitor. I literally sent her it that day, right? Did I get you a monitor arm? I forget.
Yeah, but it didn't fit, but we had a bracket that utilized.
Oh, I'm glad you told me that it didn't fit. Okay, cool. So which one did I send you? Was it a one that bracketed onto the desk, or I don't remember how that one.
What is it? The Vesa mount was
Oh
smaller
no, the Visa mount thing. Yeah, you have to get an adapter for that. Okay, gotcha. So they were the wider ones, right, for the
It's
thicker
okay.
monitor.
He said he fixed it.
Very
we were
cool.
able to work with what
Yeah, because the Visa mount holes were the wider ones than the skinny ones. I gotcha. Okay, well, that's good to know. So if I'm sending to other people, okay. So this is a beautiful setup though. So this is a huge deal to get this out of the way. That's a big deal. Yeah. So actually, let's talk about this. People have asked this before, and I actually give the tips for folks who come on my. There are certain people that I tell not to do this. Okay. Humphrey never watches my videos, so I'm gonna insult him because he's probably not here anyways. So if you're a Humphrey, I'm not gonna tell you to do this. Okay. But if you're not a Humphrey, yes, I actually tell people, like, while you are over here in live sim and you've got your chart trader sitting right here, you might want to slide this over just a little bit, slide it over, and stick you another one right here. Okay, make it smaller. Okay, so it's not super tempting, and just because I don't want any slipping of the buttons. All right, but if you have your other one right over here, and this is your live one right over here. Look, you're practicing, but all of a sudden you start to hear ALGOBOX being like, blah, 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 and you're sitting there like, well, I'm gonna click the button on sim. Okay, I got sim dollars. Yay, I made 200 sim bucks. You know what? It was at this moment, click this button right here. Click it, click that button. May as well, right? May as well. Now, whether you do micros or whether you do minis, honestly, it don't matter. They both start with M to me. And to me, money is just a thing, all right? It's got zeros, it's got things, and it's just a transfer mechanism. So whatever you're comfortable with doing, do it. I'm not gonna tell you do micros. I mean, you wanna do minis. Like, to me, I've always said this. If you're gonna go, I'm a go all the way person anyway. So I'm not gonna tell you to do micros. I'm just be like, look, if you know you're gonna make money right then, you got ALGOBOX, like black, like why, if I can make $20, why wouldn't I just make 200? Right? That's my personality, but that's not everybody. But yes, if you don't think you're totally messing things up. Now, some people, like right now, Mr. Money Time, as of right now, I'm concerned. He's been hanging out with Mark Cox. I know Mark Cox even is doing wrong videos. He's done literally, 3 wrong videos. His 4th one, he got it right, but he had to come and apologize to me, which I appreciate. And I'm not beating him up about it. I'm just going, this is a reality. Our system is not just something you can just snap your fingers and it's gonna be done overnight. It's really awesome. Does a lot of cool stuff, but it's still gonna take you about 120 days to get it. So if you're coming in the last 40 though, you've been doing your practice, and for you also went back, right? You had to go backwards. So you're ahead of the game. You're not really, back at a 40 scenario again, but you get that set up, playing in, you got everything lined up. It's, FOMC day, you got the volatility up. Just please don't do it on slow days. Here's my biggest key.
Yeah.
If it is slow, do not go. Write it down. If it's slow, do not go. If it's slow, do not go. We are not going if it is slow, folks. Now, best thing you can do is kick back, right, over there on your couch with your feet up, because you're about to pop that baby, all right? And you got to get your feet up, all right? Just chilling and just listen, all right? Play with the kids, hang out with the husband, do the things. And then when you start to hear, you start hearing people, getting shot, all right, and so you hear Battlefield going off, then come over to your desk, okay, waddle over there. Trust me, I'm gonna give you a hard time just like I did my wife. You gotta waddle over there, do the cute waddle thing over to this beautiful desk of yours right here with this. I mean, I love this wood thing going on here. It's really cool looking. You go over there and smash some buttons while the machine guns are going off, all right? So, I don't know. That's my advice on that. Yes, the answer is yes. Yes, I condone this idea and thought. It's a great thought. I'm glad you brought it up.
Great.
I think other people are too.
Thank you.
Nothing wrong with making some money. Nothing wrong with that, folks. Nothing wrong with that. All right. Any other questions?
Yes, sir.
All right. Lost Code. What's up, brother?
Yes. Making like a degenerate, just clicking, man.
I love it.
And it's gone to the video where I thrive in it. But back to it. Notice that dot appears. Seconds later, it appears, and I am already. So my mind goes like, where technically a dot. What is that you're saying?
So you're talking about a piercer dot. So let's back up. You're talking about dots. This is my biggest critique on most people. I get mad. You're not supposed to be talking to me about dots. What strategy are you entering in on?
I am entering strategy.
All right, HMD. Okay.
Standing dot and then up or move down a little, completely disappears, and then I just see Z, but the dot disappears.
Okay, so when that disappears, it's, to me, the first thing you do is just press close, right?
Exactly.
Press close. Okay, that's the beautiful thing about that play. Like HMD, every play has the opportunity to lose, right? And now with that HMD, you know, which ones are more likely to not break? Well, the ones that are going with the MAC-V color, right? And if you filtered appropriately, I mean, I hope, well, let me back up. Right now, you're in your middle 40 days. So I actually want you to have a bunch of losers, right? I want you to have a ton of losers. So this is actually a great way to do it, right? It pierces and it closes. I want you to press that close button. Right now, this is your practice time to hit that close button. So it's very simple for me. I'm just saying, easy answer, right? You got the answer on this. In your final 40 days, this answer will change, okay? Right now, yes, close, yeah, enter in, oh, HMD, yep, take it, and then, but what should you do? Your finger should be hovering over the close. I want you to practice the hover. What, like, folks, you hear me say this all the time. I got my finger hovering over the close. 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 Does everybody get that I'm saying the word hover? Does everybody understand what I mean by the word hover? Here's the button. Should I put my mouse over here? Am I sitting over here? Nope, the closes button over here. What should I be doing? Hover, finger over the close. What does that mean? The finger over the close. You need your dot right here. Your little pointer mouse looking thingy, little arrow from Windows is sitting here ready to press the close button as you enter into a position and close it. All right, we are Tinder dating our trades. We are not looking for marriage material inside of these trades. Click the button, close it. This is your main objective during the middle 40 days. So close it, close it, close it, close it. That is the answer. I think that was your question.
Yes, sir. That was.
All right, just close it, okay? And I want you to take that small loss. But let me ask you this. So on that first trade, you took 2 contracts. Now, on the next trade, you see another HMD. How many contracts are we going?
4%.
Okay, so you're going from 2. Well, okay, what's a quarter position though? So I said 2. Okay, so that's fine. So you're starting at 4. So again, I was just giving a hypothetical. All right, so you're at 4. Let's play your way. Okay. So last one, you're on 4. You close it out. Boom. Now, what's your next trade size?
8.
Okay, so you're jumping straight to 8. Be careful with that. I always tell people, like, look, this is not a double up game. Okay, it is plus. Remember what I've said? I have said it is plus. Right now, I say the word +1. Okay, I don't care what that one is. It can be a +2. Right. But this is not double up. I do not call this double up. Have I ever said double up? No, I have not, right? I am just telling you, now, yes, you can. Technically, you could do this, but in general, it goes by what the play is, and this is what I'm saying. You're developing this, so it's a good question, and I'm hoping that we're working through this. As long as you don't do 4 again. Everybody needs to understand what I'm saying. Just don't do 4 again. Now, if this is your first trade, yes, your first 2 trades can both be 4. Okay, let's talk about this. People, if you go back to watch the video on looking at your trade sheet, see if I can divide this up well. 2, you get 5 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, I knew I wasn't gonna do that right. And we're gonna add another 5. Okay, so on these 2 right here, trade 1, trade 2. These 2 can be the same. If you're starting with 4, that's fine. These 2 can both be 4, but this one might be 5. You got me?
Yeah.
But when we cross this line, as we move to these 3, these are your 3 trades. Okay, we don't care what happened over here. All right, really don't. But these 3 trades we very much care about. Trade 1, trade 2, trade 3. You can almost relabel these, okay? This is trades 1 and this is trades 2. This is almost trades 1, 2, 3. Okay, even though it is, yes, 3, 4, and 5, and of course bonus trade being 6. But you guys understand how we're dividing this? The main thing, understand the dividing line right here. Mentally, you change. Mentally! Right here. Okay? These two, and then these three. Okay? So, if you did 4 on the first one, closed out, oh, okay, the next one might be 4 here. But if this was 4, okay, this is definitely never 4. This is always at least 5 plus. Make sense? So for me, if I'm on a 4, my next one is usually about 6 or 8, but I'm usually starting out 6, and if I get another add, I'm going to 8, right? Quickly. So what does that mean? It means I get another dot, I get another cross, I get a king timing line, I hear audio box. I'm building up to that. Make sense?
Hmm?
Okay, so that's good. This is what you're practicing. Again, you're not supposed to be perfect at this in your middle 40 days, but good licks. Okay, get those clicks, get those ticks. But yes, we're not necessarily concerned too much with collecting ticks right now. It is more about collecting clicks in your middle 40 days. So click, 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 click. And yes, play with the size. I'm giving you some advice right here on this. It sounds like you understand. You're pushing up. If you're going 4, 8, okay. I'm just giving you a slight warning that you might want to be 4, 6 to 8-ish, okay? And then push forward, okay? Because you start getting into some big size as you do that, especially on these first 2 trades. You don't want to do that. You really do not want this one to be 4 and this one to be 8. That's not what you want to do, okay? Here, remember, toe in the water, quarter position. Past this point, then we're looking at bigger trades, right? We're looking at quarter position, half position, full. Okay?
Got it, sir.
And then full plus if we hit the bonus. Everybody got that? Any questions around that? Good. Beautiful question, sir. Thank you for the time. All right, last question. One more question. Who's it gonna be? Anybody want to jump up in that? No, you're welcome. Yeah, come on. What you got?
Well, no, I'm just trying to buy them up. Optical.
Can you put a screenshot in the room?
Yes. Yeah. Let me.
Yeah, G300S optical ambidextrous gaming mouse. Yeah, this is what you want. Take a screen. Okay, let me screen it down. There, take it.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
Big check.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
You're good, Taylor.
Oh, hey, Vinny, this is Taylor.
What's up, Taylor?
Hey, how are you, man?
Good, good.
Butt in there.
No
I'm on my
problem.
phone here. I'm on my-
Well, it's great to hear you, my friend. Hey, amazing work in the room there, buddy. I do want to talk to you about your ones. You got a few minutes to talk about the ones? Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful. All right, so no, I'm loving all. Yeah.
My phone locked. Man.
Okay, cool. Hey, money time. So did you see that? Yes, that's the proper mouse. It's only about 21 bucks. Yeah, that's the one, man. Grab it. That's what you want.
Oh, yeah, that's the one. Okay, okay.
Yes, sir. That's the one. All right, beautiful. Yeah, we're here in Taylor, the legend. You are legendary around here now, bro. People are literally like saving your screenshots and your giffies. I think I posted 2 years on Instagram the other day. Amazing work on those setups and layups. But I do have a question around your ones. Now, backing up, do you have which CPU do you have? I think you're using that push to talk. It's not working. I can't hear you. When you get a sec, turn off the push to talk on your Discord on your phone. It's really annoying. Did I lose you?
Oh, I think I'm back. Can you hear me?
Yep, I hear you now. Yes, sir.
I think it is using the Apple AirPods.
Are you good now, Taylor?
Anyway. I'm good.
Okay, yeah. So, as far as your ones, so well, let me back up. What is your CPU? What processor are you working with? I think Curtis is right. I think Taylor's using he's using iPod. He's using iPod. Taylor, you good, man? We might have to try again next round.
Taylor, come through the ether. Come on now.
He's typing. I see him typing. Another time. It's cool. It's cool. So my question, so I'm going to go ahead and address Taylor's stuff anyhow. If you find yourself on the ones, okay, listen, the ones are an amazing place. The ones are very, very fun. You have a lot of activity down there. In fact, if you're a cross player, listen, here's a tip. Okay, I don't tell you guys this because it's pretty fast down the low time frame, but if you're a cross player, you love the crosses and you want more double cross, double move opportunities and clusters, okay? The ones are for you, but you will have to sacrifice something to be able to go down to the ones because your computer is going to cry like a baby. Okay, that's why I first started to ask him like, what's his CPU? Because if you don't have like a 12900K, which is that what you have, Curtis? Did you get the 12900?
Yes, I have the 12900Ks, and I will tell you firsthand, if I put a NQ1s on this.
Yeah, but that 12900 can probably handle it. Okay, like your machine.
It does actually.
Yeah, he could handle it, but yes, the CPU is going to be intense. We are processing a lot of stuff when that's happening, okay? So if you're down there on the ones, you're going to have to sacrifice some other things. I would literally almost tell you to take off some of your other stuff. You be an exclusive, like, cross player, okay? Or you want to get real crazy, you may want to put it on a secondary computer. So on a secondary computer, now you will need, again, our system, you know, if you're purchase gold, it only is good for one PC, but there is a secondary license cost, and you can come and hit me up for that. I can get you hooked up with a secondary license for cheap, but there is a cost to it. It's not just free. But if you wanted this on another computer, if you literally see how many of these setups come, and you want to put it on a secondary computer, okay, sitting off on the side, or if you've got what's that? It's not RDP client. What's the one that does cross Synergy? So if you're using Synergy, right there, so you got your screen set up and you're splitting. And I think Taylor is a candidate for this because he's got 6 32-inch. So easy to split on that. Harder if you've just got one screen that's not going to work for you. Or, you know, our standard like 2 setup with the big 43 and then the other off the side. Not going to be as easy. But if you're in a multi-screen setup and you want to get crazy, which is what Taylor, again, I'm tailoring this to Taylor, is that on those ones, since he is liking those ones, you want to put those down probably on a separate machine, or make sure you have a beast and turn some other stuff off. You will have to turn some other things off, okay? Take your pick on those, what you're going to turn off, because, I mean, everything is super valuable. Maybe the deltas. Oh, man, I don't even know. Delta's so powerful down there, too. You're going to have to just see what you can do. But he was already saying his computer struggles, and it falls behind when he's doing the ones, and that's gonna happen. There's nothing we can do about that other than just tell you need a faster computer or turn off some of your other charts. Okay, but yeah, that's a little trick on that. You will see. You know, try the ones, like just do a single workspace, like a separate workspace with just maybe the ones and the Mac V, and go to town. You will see there is a lot going on down there. If you are going to do anything like HMDs or doing headshots, you will need to reduce your ATM, please. Okay, if you're going to go down to the ones, you are going to need to adjust. Okay, you cannot do the 10 and the 15. You're going to need to drop that. Okay, you're going to need to be like at a 5.8. Okay, on that low time frame, right? Now, if you're doing double cross, double moves, though, you sure don't, right? That's what I was saying. That's why I would really recommend that for cross players only, because double cross, double move, you know what the drill is, right? We're just hitting that center where the cross is at, and you know whatever that move is, and it could be more than that, so you may be fine on your normal ATMs. Cool.
You got to be really good at clicking and dragging.
And you got to be fast, yeah, like real fast, and make sure that you are, you know, reduced. And one of those little tips on your mouse, you don't want a high-speed mouse. I should actually have mentioned this in the defaults coming out of the box on your computer are probably fine for your mouse. But you do want to, if you're doing the ones and you need to move quickly and be accurate, you're going to need to, I know it sounds counterintuitive, but you want to actually slow your mouse down. I'm gonna pull up my mouse and I'll show you what I'm talking about here. This is you know, gamers all kind of know this, so no additional mouse options. right here. See this right here? Okay, you're gonna want to make sure you select that button, Enhance Pointer Precision. You know, most gamers turn this off. Listen, with our game, you want this on. On. I know all of you Call of Duty players are like, when on Call of Duty, they say turn it off. This is not Call of Duty. All right. Make sure you enhance that precision right there. And then you may want to drop this down a notch, possibly even 2 notches if you are playing down there in those ones, okay? You're going to have a problem with accuracy on clicking and dragging, and making sure that you hit your spots. Drop that down 2 notches, and it will change your world. Speaking of changing your world, thanks for hanging out here with me tonight. For me, Pippi, Robbie, Lunchbot, Mod Squad, Curtis, G, and the rest of the gang. Let's send out the big down. See ya!